Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the air energy element reading for this month. And just before we get started, please keep in mind that my tarot and oracle readings are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, there's a full disclaimer in the description box below, so please do check that out. And we are still dealing with scammers in the tarot community, so if you're not already familiar with that situation, there's more information on that in the description box, some things to look out for, and so you can protect yourself and make sure that you don't have to deal with any of that. It's been going on for a couple of years now, very annoying, but we're going to keep telling you until we don't have to anymore. So let's get into your message. So this air energy reading could be for air signs or anyone working with air energy at this time, or if you're just focusing on the way air energy is showing up in your birth chart and what influence that is having for you. So let's get into the message itself. So we had themes of maturity, self-sufficiency, and independence. Are creating friction with dreams of finding love and chasing your dreams. So we had sort of, the adulting reality check coming up against some long-held dreams and goals you may have had. So you want to find someone you can rely on, but you no longer believe that that's possible. So you're leaving romance on the back burner, so to speak. You want it all in a way. So you have big ambitions, but you are focusing on security and stability and creating a solid empire that's ready to weather any storm you may encounter in case you never find anyone reliable to call your own. So you're kind of putting in place a massive safety net. This represents not only some of the goals and things you left behind that you see maybe as kind of childish or immature and outdated right now, but you are holding on to security. So we have the cups contrasted with the pentacles, the cups being sort of matters of the heart and more emotional sort of emotion-based desires and matters of the heart. The heart wants what the heart wants sort of thing. And you've matured past some of those things, and you're looking at, how do I establish security? And how do I ultimately build an empire where I am the emperor of my own kingdom? And this can apply to you. It doesn't matter what gender. This can be male, female, or otherwise. But being the emperor of your own empire, so to speak, you're planning in case you don't ever, meet anybody to partner with who you think is an equal, but also somebody that you could really rely on and trust, and that is stable and grounded and is in it for the long haul, right? So this is interesting how this Two of Cups energy is actually at the root of your entire reading here. So this is something that you do want. And I think what's interesting with this reading is you've tried to convince yourself in a way that at times that you don't want it. That also came through because you're feeling that, yeah, right, like, yeah, sure, like that's gonna happen. Like, what if I don't find that person? Well, if I don't find that person, I have to prepare for that reality. And so that's what we're seeing here with this, putting aside some of these matters of the heart, but yet it is one of the things you want. We see the cups and the cups here repeated. And with the 7, this is something I think that bothers you more on a subconscious level, or that you try to put out of your mind on a regular basis, because you want to focus on having a mature, stable outcome for yourself, right? And so what really came through with this 2 of Cups is the idea that it's probably not in the best interest of, your long-term happiness to deny something that you really want, because wanting to have somebody to share your life with, that is not you may see it as, fairy tales and, clouds in the sky and that sort of thing. And it's actually really not, because, life is difficult. There are challenges, and why not have somebody by your side to face them with? It's twice the brain power, twice the resources, And if one person is down, hopefully the other person is up and can, you know, handle what's going on, for hold down the fort, so to speak, right? Until the other person can sort of come back from whatever they have going on, and then ultimately you weather every storm that you encounter together. And so that is not, that in and of itself is it's a form of balance and stability as well, right? So if you're looking for stability, that's this, what you're trying to establish is one type of stability, and what we see over here is sort of another part or another facet of that, because we see the caduceus here, which is often a symbol of health. And if I'm thinking in terms of health and happiness, that those two are probably often tied together, right? So you can get happiness from stability, and I think that is, I mean, I don't think anything you're doing here is wrong. I think it's very logical, and it's a very smart move to want to secure your future and have various safety nets in place. But the one thing that's coming through is don't give up on wanting to have a partner, you know, who is able to match the energy that you have. Because, you know, if you're so afraid that, you know, it might not happen, you may in fact miss it when it does show up. That can happen too. And also denying that you actually want something, I think on a subconscious level that does eat away at you over time. And so it'll sort of come back to bite you in the butt in that way as well. You know, you'll start to not feel so great, maybe emotionally, and wonder, well, you know, I have everything, what's going on here? And often the things we deny can sort of wreak havoc on a deeper level. So it's really a pretty straightforward message for air energy this month, because with air signs we often see, you know, that leaning towards the intellect, to pushing emotions out of the picture, that can be a bit of an issue. So we want to balance that with the energy of the water, with the acknowledgement of what our emotions are trying to tell us. You know, in a quiet moment you sort of reflect, or you see other couples, and then it hits you that, you know, this is something you want too, right? So don't deny yourself the possibility that that could happen. Okay, so that's your message for this month. I'm trying to keep the readings and the messages short and sweet going forward, because I know that everybody doesn't have a whole lot of time, and I do appreciate the time you take to watch these. So have a great rest of your month and take care.